Let us say it Om 3 times together. Om. Again, take a deep breath first so that you can recite it properly. Om. What is Om?
Sound of the universe.
That is one way to say it. What is every? What is Hayden? It is the name of two wise, beautiful girls. Same way, Om is the name of real self. Om is the name of real self. And what is the real self? First thing to understand, real self is permanent peace, happiness, love, truth, wisdom. That is our true nature. Om is our true nature. The name of the true nature is Om. So the moment you say Om, your mind should go deeper, deep inside your heart. Oh, this is me, real me. And how to? How to reach to that? That is what the mantra is. Asatoma satgamaya. Can you say? Asatoma satgamaya. Yes, Eden, you have also to sing. Asatoma satgamaya. One more time. Asatoma satgamaya. So you see the literal meaning of asatoma satgamaya is let us move from the false to the truth. What is false?
Anger and anxiety.
Anger, anxiety, conflict. Do you become angry? No, very good. What about you, Eden?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So I'm not saying anything, but the moment you become angry and anxious, just let your mind think, oh, I have to move from the false. This is false nature. This is false nature. You just think of it and then move to the truth. What is truth? Truth is peace, happiness, love, wisdom. You become a better girl by being wise. Live in peace and happiness, or you become a better girl by being anxious, anxiety, reacting, blaming, complaining. You see, that is the true nature of yoga. Now, see the second, let us recite the second line. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Huh? You all sing together. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. So, what is the meaning of that? Let us move from darkness to light. What is darkness here? Darkness here means ignorance. What is the meaning of ignorance? That I do not know my true nature. I do not know that I am made up of permanent peace and happiness. Do you hate peace and happiness? What, Hayden? Do you hate peace and happiness?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said, do you hate being unhappy?
Yes, you are right. You hate being unhappy. So, that being unhappy comes because of ignorance. Because of not knowing happiness is already inside. So, what yoga? Yoga means the knowledge of the real self that removes the ignorance. Do you hate knowledge or do you hate ignorance?
Hate ignorance.
Hate ignorance. Yes. Ignorance does not mean that you are illiterate. Ignorance means I do not know. Are you listening to me, Aiden? Yes. So I do not know. So if I do not know physics, what should I do? I should learn physics. Huh? I do not know chemistry. So what should I? If I do not know chemistry, I should learn chemistry. But when I do not know my real nature, I should learn yoga. Did you understand that? What I do not know, I should know that subject. I do not know how to work on smartphones, so I need not to ask you that whether you know how to work on smartphone. Huh? Younger kids are more intelligent on learning smartphone than olders. They learn it very fast, isn't it? Chatting and texting and lot of other stuff even I do not know. So you are interested in that? Same way you should be interested in learning yoga to know your real self. That is the meaning of the second line. Mrityorma amritangamaya. Mrityorma amritangamaya. Mrityorma amritangamaya. So there are many meanings. The meaning of this is understand there are two things: freedom for the mind and freedom from the mind. What do you want? What do you want? Two options: freedom for the mind, freedom from the mind.
Freedom from the mind.
Yes. Do you agree, Hayden? Freedom from the mind. Now,
Yeah,
what is the what freedom from the mind? So, what is the meaning of freedom for the mind?
Understanding your true self without the mind stuff in the
Yeah,
way.
freedom from the mind is understanding the true self. But what do you mean by freedom for the mind? Mind is angry. That is freedom for the mind. Mind says, I want everything today, Dad. Don't you understand? So now you are reacting to your parents in the dad. This is what the freedom for the mind. Anger, reaction, anxiety, duality. The mind wants to do something wrong and you follow it. That is the freedom for the mind. And what is freedom from the mind? Freedom from the mind. You say goodbye to all the stress and the problems in your life. That is the meaning of freedom from the mind. I am putting my phone on mute. It started buzzing. You see that. Now, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Just when you are reciting Om, take your mind to that is the name of the real self. So take your mind deeper. Om I love it. I see the smile on your face. Do it once again. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You see, that journey of yoga educates us that it is not only we should be happy, we want everyone should be happy, including our friends and enemies. Everyone should be healthy. Do you feel like that? So when you feel like that, let everyone should be happy, everyone should be healthy, then what happens? Then our mind changes. It is not that, when I just say everyone should be healthy. So when I do it with a feeling and emotion, my mind changes. Why? Why? Where the mind moves? My mind moves from ignorance to knowledge. That is what we understood. It moves from the false to the truth. It moves from freedom for the mind to the freedom from the mind. So, another message that you have those mantras you can see in your lesson. So, but we will do it. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Say, Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Say it. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. One more time. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. So what is the meaning? Let everyone be happy. Not me only, but we are we are asking the mind, just feel, let everyone be happy. We are wishing for happiness for everyone. Is there anyone that you want to be unhappy in the world? Your siblings? Aiden? Do you want anyone of your siblings? Yes. Yes. So now you don't want them to be unhappy. It means I should not fight with them. What happened to you, Aiden? So I should not fight. I should not react. Sometime you react. I was just looking. Sometime. Just now you reacted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I could see. So what happens when you say it, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina? I should be aware. I should be mindful. No, 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 no. That is not my nature. And then see the second line. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Can you say it loudly? Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Santu Niramaya. So, what is the meaning? Let everyone be healthy. Let everyone be healthy. Let everyone be healthy. And now the third line. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. So, the meaning of this, let everyone be blessed. What is blessing? What is blessing? Let everyone be blessed. Did you wake up today? Are you alive today? What the heck you are talking? You are talking to me. It means I'm alive. That is a blessing from the existence, from the universe. Are you breathing in and out? We are alive. That's why that is also a blessing. Are you learning something? That is also a blessing. Did you take your breakfast? That is also a blessing. Did you chatted lot on Facebook? That is also a blessing. So blessing is always there. Blessing means we feel the sense of the freedom and the existence and the universe is helping us to live. What do you mean? I'm living for myself. Did your dad receive the electricity bill every month? Garbage and water bill? Now tell me, does the earth send you the bill because you are living on the earth? That is blessing. Does the air send you the bill? You have been breathing me for since birth? That is a blessing. So did you understand the importance of a blessing? Does the space says don't live in me? Does the space send you the bill monthly? That is a blessing. Are you understanding that? Just see that. Air, space, water, earth, sun, moon, they never send us any bill. They are always giving. Always giving. So when our mind learns that can we give, contribute something, our mind becomes calm. That is the meaning of this. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. And the last one, ma kaschid dukha bhag bhaved. Just say it, ma kaschid dukha bhag bhaved. Ma kaschid dukha bhag bhaved. Let no one suffer from misery in this world. You see that? That so yoga changes our attitude. That is the true nature of yoga. We say none should suffer from any misery. No one should suffer from sorrow. Means our mind becomes full of compassion, kindness. Did you understand? But the charity begins at home. We should be compassionate. We should be friendly. We should be kind. So, why I said charity begins at home? We should be kind, compassionate. Huh? Starting from home with our siblings, with our parents, with our friends. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now see, close your eyes, see that what happens. So every day, maybe in the morning and every day in the evening, we should spend even if minimum 5 to 10 minutes. So you are sitting, for eyes are closed. We should know ourselves. I told you before, you want to know physics, you should study physics. You want to know math, you should study math. You want to know yourself, you should study yoga. So now we want to study by practice. Eyes are closed. Now you are looking at the body. You are looking mentally at the neck joint. Beautiful. You both are wonderful. So look at the neck joint. Feel the sensation. Definitely, when the mind goes there, you feel the sensation. You're comfortable. You experience the steadiness in the body. Why steadiness? Because we want to go deeper to find our true nature. Move the mind on the shoulder joints. Shoulder joints. You feel it. You have some sensation. You experience the steadiness. The mind goes to hip joint. You feel the sensation, steadiness, entire body. Now, when you have that entire sense, so what we do? 9 times we say loudly, Om Shanti. Only once, one Shanti. And now look inside the heart. Om Shanti. So when you're saying Om, that real self look is located inside the heart in the space or the darkness or the blankness. Third time. Om Shanti. Shanti means peace. Real self is peace. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Looking inside the heart, then it will not move the body. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Now inhale deeply and say mentally Om Shanti. Exhale deeply and say Om Shanti. Mentally you are saying. No movement of the lips and the tongue. Inhale deeply and say mentally Om Shanti and check that. If the body is moving, it means the mind is not looking inside. And if the body is not moving, then the mind is inside. So, with the deep, silent, and slow breathing, when you inhale, say mentally the same mantra Om Shanti. Again, you exhale, you say Sham Shanti. Continue. Let us see what happens. Mentally, you are singing and looking inside the heart. I am with you. You need not to see me with one eye. After the practice, you can see me with both eyes. Om Shanti. And you will see the calmness and the peace like a fluid mass starts descending into your body. It gives you tingly calmness, relaxation. Om Shanti. Inhaling Om Shanti. Mentally. Exhaling mentally. Om Shanti. Inhaling. Om Shanti. Exhaling. Om Shanti. Continue inhaling. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Now leave this, but check. Eyes remain closed. What to check? Has the mind gone inside? How do we check? You look at the head and the neck. Who looks? The mind. And experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. So when you experience the sensation, relaxation, and stillness, there is no movement. The mind is already inside. Now move the mind on the right arm. Mind is looking at the right arm. And you see the right arm doesn't move, but you experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the left arm. You see it, there is a sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Sometimes you may find a tingly sensation. So that means the mind is inside. Because mind is inside, that's why the body is not moving. It has become almost like a statue. Move the mind on the chest and the belly. You experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the right leg. Be there. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the left leg. Feel sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the entire body. We sometimes we have a long mirror and we see our own image. The same way you are seeing your own entire body with eyes closed, and you are seeing it is in the state of sensation, relaxation, and stillness. So if I say go deep within the body, so what do we find? We find, oh, breath is moving in and out. Breath moving in and out. Just check it. Do not change it. Just watch. The air blessing us all the time. Breath is going in and out. Now, if I say go deeper, so go deeper than the breath, we find thoughts. Some thoughts are coming and going. Let it happen. Don't worry. Now go deeper than the thought. We find the space, infinite space. So when we stay there in the infinite space every day, one day we will find our real self. So the entire journey is all about knowing myself. I just said we want to know physics, no problem. We should learn physics. If I want to know myself, I should know myself. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind to the right hand, your mind to the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside. Bring your hands down. How do you feel, Hayden?
Great.
Relaxed.
Relaxed? So you are already a good girl. So the moment your mind says, no, I'm not relaxed, guide the mind through this practice. How are you, Avery?
I'm feeling great.
Right, yes. So now we will pick up this paper that I sent to you. So we will learn today about Eastern wisdom. Eastern wisdom means another name of yoga. Eastern wisdom. Why it is known as Eastern wisdom? India is on the eastern hemisphere on the earth. So that is why, because yoga originated there. So we say Eastern, East side, and wisdom means knowledge. Huh? That is what the Eastern wisdom is. Now see the first step. The Eastern wisdom is 6,000 years old. We have 3,000 texts. We have 3,000 masters. 6,000 years old. Right? So now what difference it makes whether a knowledge is 6,000 years old or only 1 year old? What is important? Most important? Most important is the truth. The truth never changes. Whether it is 10,000 years old or 5,000 years old or 1 year old. Do you see that? The truth never changes. So, yoga discovers the truth of our life. Do you understand that point? So, yoga tells us what is our true nature. It is the truth. So, but yeah, for the sake of understanding, we say it is, you can write down, that is very important. The truth does not need to depend on the history, on the time, on the place, huh? And who speaks about it. Yeah? It does not depend on the master, it does not depend on the place, it does not depend on the location. Why? Because yoga speaks about the truth of our life, truth of our existence, because it talks about the real self. Got it. So, what it is? Science and art of living in peace, happiness, love, wisdom, bliss. What it includes? It includes yoga. It includes tantra. Tantra is the meaning of the tantra is expansion of mind. So when we expand the mind, we are able to absorb and reveal the right knowledge. It also includes mindfulness and meditation. Right? So whenever we have to start on the page number second, whenever we have to start yoga, we have to become a student of life. What is the meaning of that? On page number 2, you see that how to start. Become a student of life, become a qualified seeker. What is the meaning of becoming a seeker? When your your dad gave you the new smartphone, you started learning, you took interest, you were committed to learn. So when we are committed to learn about our real self, to find that inner peace and happiness, we are sincere. That is the meaning of that we have become a qualified seeker. Right? So how you become a qualified seeker? First you listen, you learn these principles. What did you learn? By the mantra Asatoma Satgamaya. We learn that we have to move from the false to the truth, not only during the yoga hours of learning, but all the time, every day. It is not that you say okay, okay, okay to the beard guy, I'm learning, and after that you forget the principle. No, we should not forget the principle. That is the meaning of that I have to think and apply these principles in life. So when I apply it, so I need to practice. When I need to practice, I experience. What do I experience? I experience the change in my attitude and behavior. Have your attitude and behavior changed by the practice of yoga? Do you find any change? Yes, we have become calmer. We are more relaxed. That is the meaning of the change. So, what happens when your attitude and behavior changes? Your personality changes. Don't you want that everyone should appreciate you and praise you because you are a good person? Don't you want? Yoga tells, yoga guides us. The personality changes our life and you work for good for yourself and for everyone. Got it? So now text. We learn about something about the text. How many texts? What are the names of these texts? So there are more than 3,000 texts. Huh? Now you see the first bullet point. You have to just remember the name. The one group of text is Veda. Second group of the text is Aranyaka. Third group is Samhita. Fourth group is Upanishad. Fifth group is Gita. Sixth group is Sutra. Seventh group is Smriti. Eighth group is Purana. You see that? The first bullet point Veda, Aranyaka, Samhita, Upanishad, Gita, Sutra, Smriti, Purana. I see that there are three words starts from the letter S, 3S. And then we have one starts from G and one starts from V. So you can create an acronym so that you remember 3S. And then we have VAP. You can create some acronym 3S, VAP, GPT, something like that. So you remember the name, the first letter. So these are the group of text. So you see that you have a book on electricity, book on electronics, book on. So these two comes under the group of physics. Same way the Veda, Aranyaka, Samhita, Upanishad, Gita, Sutra, Smriti, Purana are group of text. Now come down to one group Veda. There are four Veda. And you should also remember what is the meaning of Veda? Knowledge. Veda simply means knowledge. So it means we have books of knowledge. That is the name of the Veda. So any book of knowledge that tells us how to find my real self, that is Veda. right? First group of text. Did you get it? Now the second group of the text, how they were written. So let me tell you one story. There was a master, Yajnavalkya, who was living in the kingdom, very well respected. So after working for the kingdom for more than 40 years, Yajnavalkya said to his wife, now I am going to forest. The word Aranyaka means forest, woods. Huh? So woods in the Himalayas, Yajnavalkya. So, I'm just giving you the background why Aranyaka is another group of text. So there he was living alone, absorbed into deeper, higher meditation. We need not to go to Himalayas. I'm just making you understand. Do you want to go to Himalayas? So Aranyaka. So he went there and he spent years and years absorbed into meditation, sometime for one full day, 24 hours, sometime for a week. And every time the knowledge he revealed within, he wrote it. They became Aranyaka text. That is why we say the Aranyaka group of text. If we go to the forest, we will be scared. Forget about meditation. Have you gone to the woods? No? I visit every day. I go to Riparian Reserve in this Gilbert. It's a small forest near the library. I spend couple of hours there. I enjoy the nature. Not many people are there. Aiden, did you visit any forest anytime?
Yeah.
So just think of this. Once you and see that can you spend even 1 hour in the forest alone? Okay, if 1 hour, then increase the number, 2 hour, 3 hour. So why he went to the forest? Because there is no disturbance and he can meditate easily in the nature. So Aranyaka is another group of text. Now comes Sanhita. Sanhita means the collection. The word Sanhita means collection of mantras. Collection of mantras. There are, I would say, 100,000 mantras are collected into that group of text which tells us about yoga. Then there are Brahmin texts. I missed one Brahmin, but I have written down. So the Brahmin text talks about how to perform the karma action, how to act in daily life. Then we have another group of texts which is known as Upanishad. Upanishad. There are more than 108 Upanishad. Upanishad. So understand, Upanishad is also a group of text. Huh? Like Adhyatma Upanishad, Yog Shikho Upanishad, huh? Jabal Darshan Upanishad, Adhyatma Upanishad. So we can recognize in the end there is a word Upanishad, and first word presents their different names. Now, what is the meaning of Upanishad? Upa. You see that you hear the name, you hear the word Up, first syllable, Ni, second syllable, Shad, third syllable. Huh? Upanishad. Upanishad. Now, see the beauty of the Sanskrit language is the language of yoga. So, what is the meaning of up, the first syllable, sitting nearby? What is the meaning of second sound, ni, commitment, sincerity? What is the meaning of third word, shad? Huh? To destroy the suffering and realize the real self. So, sitting nearby, to whom you sit nearby? Nearby the teacher. To learn with commitment to realize your real self. That is the meaning of Upanishad. I'm just giving you a simple meaning. Huh? Later on, we'll understand the deeper. Did you understand? Upanishad, sit nearby with commitment to learn yoga, to remove, to bring an end to the suffering, and to realize the self. There are 108 Upanishads. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, that comes from Upanishad. Asato ma satgamaya, that is the mantra from the Upanishad. Got it? Just know it. Learning in a play and a fun so that you can still remember Upanishad. Sitting nearby. You're not sitting nearby lion or tiger. You're sitting nearby teacher. So sitting nearby means you are committed to learn. What you are committed to learn? Yoga. Why you want to learn yoga? To bring an end to the suffering and to realize your real self. Now, another group of text is known as Gita. So, Gita simply means poetry. The word is Gitam. The right word is Gitam, but the Gita means poetry. So, that yoga is written in poetry, poetical form. You already know there is a prose and there is a poetry. Right? So, poetry in Gita, poetry is known as verses, couplet. Like we understand the couplet of a poem, our national anthem, poem. So the Gita means that Gita is written beautifully in different verses, hundreds of verses. There are 8 Gita. Famous Gita are Bhagavad Gita, Ashtavakra Gita, Avadhut Gita. Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters, and every chapter speaks detail about yoga. Then we come to the next group of the text is known as Purana. Purana means story, historical. So there are 18 books on Purana that explains the yoga through the history, through the mythological stories. Right? Then we have Hatha Yoga text. Hatha Yoga text are Hatha Yoga Pradipika, the name of the first text, Gheranda Sanhita, name of the second text, Gauraksha Sanhita, name of the third text. Then there is a name of another text known as Dhammapad. What are Dhammapad? Dhammapad is written by Buddha. Is the name of the text written by Buddha. Do you know Buddha? You see, my pronunciation of Buddha is different than yours. How do you say that, Buddha?
Buddha?
Yeah, Buddha. So when we stress on dha, that is the real pronunciation. But if we say Buddha, that is how many people here in our country speak Buddha. So that pronunciation means very old. Buddha means awakened. So that is why I speak Buddha. Here everyone speaks Buddha. Buddha, I'm not old. I'm still young. Biden, are you understanding? Are you listening to me? Yes. So Dhammapad is written by the Buddha. And then there are Tantra texts. There are 700 in number. It's a long journey. The more you study, the more books you study, more you get. Now see that all these books are divided into two categories. If you see the paper, I have written Shruti text. Shruti. Shruti. Now I tell you a great story, real life story. There was one great master who used to meditate first, and after meditation, he used to lie down. Eyes were used to remain closed, and then he used to start speaking the verses. So, what happens? He was sitting purely lying down in meditation, and he used to speak for hours together. And many of his students used to note down what he's speaking. What happened to him? So, what happened to him when he was totally absorbed into deeper meditation? The knowledge was revealed in his mind that he used to speak. So, Shruti text means when you go into a deeper meditation and the knowledge is revealed. If you go into a deeper meditation, what happens? The knowledge will reveal into your mind also. You don't write a book. Simply the knowledge is revealed. So that is why the Shruti means that which is heard deeper in meditation. So Vedas, Upanishad are the books comes under Shruti. Shruti means I told you the story of Yajnavalkya who went into meditation. He went to the Himalayas in the woods, and he absorbed into deeper meditation. The knowledge was revealed. So that is how these books are available for us. Understood that? Can it happen? Yes, it can happen to. Can it happen to you? Yes, it can happen to you also. When you go into a deeper meditation. No, but when I go into meditation, I have lot of scratches, I have lot of itching, my body moves. You're just a beginner. You have to do the practice. You understand? So when you go into a deeper meditation, then body stops moving. Then comes the second group, is known as Smriti text. So the second group means the Smriti text. You say you go into meditation, you understand your experiences, you come out, and then you write. So because what you have remembered, you have written. So that is known as the Smriti text. Is it not a magic hidden that you are in meditation, the knowledge is coming and you. But it happens by a deeper meditation. It does not happen easily. So the Smriti text are those I have explained. Now you see in the page number 3, I have written the name of the Veda text. I have written the name of the Aranyaka text. I have written the name of the Samhita text. You should just remember, like Samhita text, you have Bhragu Samhita, Charak Samhita, Gheranda Samhita, that is the Hatha Yoga text, Shiva Samhita. So like, we have Upanishad text, Sutra. We have to study Sutra. Sutra means what? The formula. Means it is compressed. Do you know the zip file? Zip file, it is compressed. Maybe 1,000 documents are compressed into one document, one file in computer, which is known as zip file. So what happens when I send you the zip file? You open the zip and you find you receive only one file, but that is open and it becomes 1,000 files. Same way, the sutra. Sutra means the formula, string or a thread. So this sutra is written in a very compressed form that we are going to study today. from Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So they are written in a very compressed form. So only when you learn from a teacher, that teacher opens the sutra and that makes you understand what is yoga. Right? Sutra, I have written the name of the Gita text on the page number 4. Bhagavad Gita, Ashtavakra Gita, Guru Gita, Ganesh Gita, Avdhut Gita. If someone asks you that which tradition you belong, you say that, I have learned Avdhut tradition. You see the fifth book, Avdhut Gita? So we belong to the Avdhuta tradition. Avdhuta tradition of yoga is the highest tradition, highest among all yogas. So many texts. I am confused. Do I have to study all the texts? No, no. In 200 hours of training, we will study select principles from Bhagavad Gita, from Yoga Sutra, from Hatyo Pradipika, from Dhammapad. So that is, now we come to the page number 4, Yoga Sutra of Patanjali. Who is Patanjali? Patanjali was a great master of yoga. He is known as the father of Eastern psychology. Why we say father of Eastern psychology? Why we say father? He
He inspired lots of
discovered,
the other ideas.
yes, yes, he discovered the principles of psychology. So why we say Eastern psychology? So modern psychology is Western psychology. And the Eastern psychology is what is yoga. He has written 195, sometimes people say 196 formulas. Huh? And what all this 195 formulas says? They all tell about yoga. Yoga knowledge, yoga practice, yoga realization, what happens when you practice meditation, what experiences you should have it. Understood? Like when I say H2O, H2SO4, sulfuric acid, HCl, you know what is HCl? Hydrochloric acid, NaCl. What is NaCl? It is a salt that we use in daily life, sodium chloride, in our cooking. So all these formulas comes from one branch of science. What is that branch of science? Chemistry. Same way, Patanjali has written 195 formulas. So when he talks about asana, one formula. He talks about pranayama, another formula. He talks about yama, third formula. He talks about niyama, fourth formula. He talks about meditation, fifth formula. Huh? The way I told you, HCl, hydrochloric acid, H2SO4, sulfuric acid, NaCl, sodium chloride, H2O, water, O2, oxygen, all are different formulas of chemistry. Right? Same way we have different formulas in yoga. Understood? When Patanjali lived? Patanjali lived around 400 BC, or you can say now 500 BC. So 22,500 years ago. Can you imagine what it means by 2000? Now 2021 is today. So 2500 minus 2021. That comes to almost 400 BC or 500 BC. BC means before Christ. Christian era, we measure the year and the time by the Christian time. So that Christian time is when the first year started. Today is 2021. Did you understand? Plus 400. So almost it comes to 2500. But what is the message of yoga? We are understanding for the sake of reference. Otherwise, the truth is one. Truth does not require time, place, how old it is. It is the truth. Whether it is old or new, the truth will remain the truth. Yoga will remain the yoga. That is why, even after 2500 years old, yoga is so popular. It tells about the truth. Now, not many people know. You are knowing. Great. When this sutra was written, now see the same example. When I say, do you have sodium chloride at your home? You say, what? It is salt. Oh, salt I have in the kitchen. Right? So, same way these sutras are written. So, there are great commentators on Yoga Sutra, great masters who have written commentary on Yoga Sutra. A chemistry teacher tells you what is the meaning of salt, sodium chloride. So what is the formula? NaCl. What is Na stands for sodium, Cl stands for chloride. The same way, Yoga Sutra, we can understand by the commentators who have written the commentary on Yoga Sutra. Did you get it? It is not that I can make my own meaning. I have to go to the commentary. Otherwise, if the chemistry formula is written NaCl, you will say it is wrong English is written. N is capital, A is small, and C is capital, L is small. Oh, you say it's a wrong English. What the heck you have written? No, but it is right. It is the formula of a chemistry. Same way, what Patanjali has written, many great masters have written a commentary on Yoga Sutra. Who wrote a great commentary? You see that. Who wrote commentary on Yoga Sutra? Ved Vyasa is the first master. Second master was the King Bhoj. Third master was the Vachaspati Mishra, wrote commentaries on Yoga Sutra. The most important commentary written by Ved Vyasa. Now, you should also remember how many chapters we have in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. There are 4 chapters on Patanjali Yoga Sutra. You see that? There is another way to pay little, draw your attention. Just close your eyes. Let us do the self-awareness practice. What is the meaning of the self-awareness? We raise our self-awareness. Eyes are closed. Look inside the forehead and start breathing quick and short breath, playful breath through both the nostrils. Continue. We are refreshing our brain. Continue. And relaxing. Continue. Do not stop. And stop it. Just feel the sensation inside the head and outside. Feel the sensation on the right arm, left arm, rib cage, right leg, left leg. We are doing a self awareness practice. It contains the 4 steps that you have done before. So we are refreshing our brain, relaxing our body and the mind so that we'll raise our awareness. The second step in that, take a deep, silent and slow breath into the belly, playfully, into the rib cage. Lips remain together, and while breathing out, make the humming sound louder, deeper, and longer. Louder, deeper, and longer. Continue. Looking deep inside the forehead. Continue. Continue. Allow the mind to go within by humming. No more humming, remain as it is, and now experience the sensation, relaxation and stillness in the head and the neck. You just allow the mind to touch your head and the neck, as if the mind is touching every cell of the head and the neck. The mind is moving there. And what will be the result? Sensation deepens, relaxation is there, and stillness is there. You are looking without your eyes. Eyes remain closed. Now moving the mind on the right arm, The right mind is touching the skin of the right arm from the shoulder to the fingertips of the right arm. And you are there. You will find relaxation, sensation, and stillness. Now move the mind on the left arm from the shoulder to the left arm fingers without any movement. When you do not move, you will discover the tingly sensation. Sometime you find the numbness, and total stillness is there. Why stillness is there? Because the mind has moved within, and that will give you a deeper calmness. Move the mind on the chest and the belly. You may feel tingly numbness, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. The mind is now moving on the right leg from the right side of the waist to the thigh to the knee, right knee to the right calf to the ankle to the toes. Just be there. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. The mind goes to the left leg, from the left side of the waist to the left thigh, knee, left calf, left ankle, toes, the entire left leg, and sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Look at the entire body. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. And now, in that state of the stillness, look at the breath. I just told you the air doesn't send the bill, but we continue to breathe the air. So, just when the breath is going in, count mentally in one. When the breath comes out one. When it goes in two, out two, in three. Mentally out three. Go on counting the breath. And you will find the mind goes deeper and deeper and deeper. You're counting the breath. You'll find as if you're totally absorbed deeper inside. A sense of bodilessness, so need not to worry about it. Why? Yeah, it is a deeper experience of peace and happiness, calmness. Stop the breathing, counting of the breath, and do nothing. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside. Know your experiences and bring the hands down. How calm you are, every I could see your face. Yes, here comes a natural smile. How are you, Hayden? You have also become so calm, don't you? You see that when you live into that calmness, what will happen? Your life becomes beautiful, successful. So now come to the page number 5, the first chapter. We were discussing there are 4 chapters of in the Yoga Sutra. The first chapter explains all about mind. You want to know why your mind becomes crazy, lazy, sleepy, relaxed, calm. So first chapter explains everything about the mind. If you want to learn more, tell me. We'll have few sessions on the first chapter. The second chapter explains the 8 limbs of yoga and also the there are 2 ways of doing the yoga. One way of doing the yoga is known as kriya yoga. Kriya means action. So that has 3 elements. So we can say 3 limbs of kriya yoga. What are the 3 limbs? Tapa, swadhyaya, ishwar pranidhanan. So what is the meaning of tapa? I have written here austerity. So what is the normal meaning for you girls? Discipline and education of the mind. Tapa. Swadhyaya, self-study. What is the meaning of self-study? Suppose you become angry, then you come to me, then we study together from where the anger has come and how to remove that anger. That becomes a part of self-study, right? Why you spend your majority of the time on texting and chatting, we will understand it is also the problem of the mind. No, you are not doing it. Just I'm saying an example. I know. Yeah. So all about we that is the discipline and education of the mind. And then we understand the nature of the real self in the second chapter. And in the second chapter also we study the 8 limbs of yoga. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. Couple of these principles you have done it. Yama, niyama, asana, you have done it. Poses, you have done pranayama, you have done asana and pranayama with AC. Huh? So there are 8 limbs of yoga. There are 3 limbs of yoga. Is Patanjali confused why he has made 2 groups? 3 limbs of yoga and 8 limbs of yoga? No. Those who are higher seekers, they are very sincere. They have been doing the practice, so they need only three limbs of yoga. That is known as Kriya Yoga. Do you see I have written it? Kriya Yoga. Huh? So only the higher seeker needs only three limbs. And normal seekers, they need eight limbs of yoga. That is why. And for the highest seeker, is the first chapter. For the higher seeker is the Kriya Yoga. And for the normal seeker is the eight limbs of yoga. Got it? So that is all about second chapter of Yoga Sutra. So name of the first chapter is Samadhi Pada. Pada means chapter, section. You see the first chapter is written, I have written Samadhi Pada. Second chapter, the name of the second chapter is Sadhana Pada. Name of the third chapter is Vibhuti Pada. So in the third chapter of Patanjali, what is that? Patanjali talks about higher powers of the mind. How can you read the mind of others? Do you want to read the Do you want to read the mind of your parents? Oh, oh, that will be wonderful. So, if it is wonderful, then you have also to be wonderful. You have to be regular in your practice. Then only you reach to that level. So, in the third chapter, Patanjali explains about many, many powers that we can acquire by regular practice of meditation. So even say if you practice four-step relaxation and we have just done self-awareness, practice regularly without fail for a few weeks. Nobody can make you anxious and react. Nobody can make you angry. Is it not a power? Yes, it is a power. Now, the name of the third chapter is known as Vibhuti Pada. Fourth chapter means Kavalya. I have written Kavalya meaning alone. Alone means all one. All one means that now you become a great meditator. So when you become the great meditator, naturally you also become the teacher. You are awakened. We say, in our language of yoga, you are awakened. Now no suffering touch you. So the fourth chapter explains about what is the nature, how that awakened person sits, talks, behaves, lives, works in the life. Isn't it interesting? Think of it. Imagine you have reached to that highest state. You are awakened. No end, it's an end of suffering. So, four chapters Samadhi Pada, Sadhana Pada, Vibhuti Pada, Kaivalya Pada. So now see that Patanjali, the codifier of yoga. In italics, yoga is one of the 8 systems of Eastern wisdom. What is the 8 system? 8 system means there are 8 different ways we can reach to the highest state. Now, the truth is that no one exactly knows when the tradition of yoga started, hundred thousands of years back. Now, what yoga realizes that human being is in transition. Do you understand the meaning of transition? Yoga realizes that human being is in transition. You take a flight from the New Jersey and the plane is in the sky. You are going to Arizona. It means you are in transition. Huh? You are transitioning from New Jersey to Arizona. So why we use the word yoga realizes that human being is in transition. We are living in ignorance and in false notion. So we are in transition. By the practice of yoga, we take a flight and we end our suffering. Did you understand the meaning of transition? Huh? That is the meaning of transition. Oh, I became angry today, so let me sit and practice, understand from the teacher, and now I will. No, I reacted today, so let me understand from where the reaction comes. So I did not react. I was not in angry before. Now I am, so I understand, I practice, I experience, I change. See, that is transition. Yoga shows the path to transcend all limitations. When we cross all the limitations, my young friends, what happens? You have no pain, you have no sorrow, you have no suffering. Limitations causes the suffering. And yoga is a discipline that aims at self discovery. I have talked a lot about it. So now come to the page number 6. You know about Einstein who lived in Princeton in New Jersey? Einstein. He was a great genius, physicist. You can say he was a great physics teacher. So he is known as one of the great geniuses of the modern history. So Patanjali was also a great genius in his time. Why he is a genius? So you see the verse I have written in Sanskrit, then I have written in transliteration, and then I have translated Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacham Malam Sharirasya Cha Vedyakena Yopakarotam Pravaram Muninam Patanjali Pranjalir Ranotsmi. So what is the meaning? So one great master who was Bhoj, his name is Bhoj, who has written a commentary on Patanjali Yoga Sutra. I told you about the chemistry formula. So King Bhoj commented on that. So what he commented, what he says. If you see what I have written, I salute with my hands together to the great master Patanjali on page number 6, who says what he says, what he says, remove the impurities of the mind through yoga, aims at inner peace, happiness, love, and wisdom. We say anger, hesitation, reaction, our habit, and obsession, they are impurities in the mind. So when we remove these impurities, it leads us to peace, happiness, love, and wisdom. So, what he says about the Patanjali. So, he has worked on 3 areas. First area, remove the impurities of the mind. Then, Patanjali was also a great master of grammar, not only yoga. A great master of yoga, great master of a grammar. What grammar does? it removes the impurities of speech, how a particular word is spoken. Do you see? He was a great genius. And the third, to remove the impurities of the body, he also wrote a book on herbal medicine, which is known as Ayurveda. Do you know something about Ayurveda? No. Ayurveda is a herbal science, like yoga. So it talks about more than 5,000 herbs and how the herb can treat and manage different illnesses and keep you healthy. You know, in India, we say do you know cumin seed, turmeric, coriander, cilantro? So all these kind of seeds are very helpful in preventing COVID. So many people take it. So that is the science of Ayurveda. So Patanjali has a great contribution in the field of yoga, in the field of grammar, in the field of Ayurveda. Got it? Now, sometimes we say genius is the form of insanity. So, should we not become genius? We should. We should. If you are dedicated, totally. Now, understand every Sanskrit word used has a meaning. What is the meaning of the word Patanjali? You see on the same ways. Literal meaning of the word Patanjali is hands falling down in namaste or respect or adoration. You know, when you happen to meet Einstein somewhere, about now he is in heaven. So what happens? We have learned a lot about Einstein, who was a great genius. So what happens? Our our mind moves with the humility and respect. Oh, how great genius you are. Same way, the meaning of the Patanjali, when we read and study what Patanjali has written, we find his genius. That is why hands falling down in namaste or respect. That is the meaning of Patanjali. There is a story about Patanjali. Historians created a symbolic story that Patanjali fell in the hands of a woman whose name is Gopi, who was meditating, and that is how the Patanjali was born. Clear? Understood? Huh? So, because he was such a great genius, more than 30 commentaries were written on Yoga Sutra. Yoga Sutra is his book we just studied. Yoga Sutra has 4 chapters: Samadhi Pada, Sadhana Pada, and Vibhuti Pada, Kaivalya Pada. We have just studied. So, highest level of a seeker, Samadhi Pada, the first chapter. Higher level of a seeker in the second chapter, Kriya Yoga. If you are a higher level of a seeker, you can directly follow only 3 limbs of the yoga. But if you are not, for the normal seeker, we have Ashtanga Yoga. So 30 great masters have written commentary. Now see, in a bold letter I have written what is Eastern wisdom, and then I with a hyphen I have written darshan. Darshan means to see. Can you see me? Really? Do you see me or you see my body? I don't see you, but I see your body. Right?
Mhm.
Now, just for the sake of understanding, so I see your body, you see my body, but I cannot see my real. You cannot see my real self. I cannot see my real self through my eyes. Do you see the computer screen? Do you see the atom in a computer screen? No, we cannot see it. But if I use the electron microscope, I can see it. Huh? If I use the very electron microscope, I can see it. The real self is still not visible by the electron microscope. It is only visible in the state of meditation. That is why in meditation we perceive the real self, and that is known as darshan. I'm just explaining in a very simple way so that at least you should know what is the meaning of darshan. Did you understand? So, everyone, you can put a logic. Where is the atom in the wall? Where is the electron, proton, and neutron? But I cannot see through my eyes. Similarly, I cannot see and find real self by the sense organs, by the mind. I have to go beyond the mind to see it. What is the way? Yoga. What is the highest practice? Meditation. Got it? Yes, that is the meaning of darshan. Now go to, I have already explained, so you should read it. If you find difficulty, send me the email. Now, the seventh page, why we should study yoga. So, in our different texts, as we have studied, there are more than 3,000 texts, which says ultimate goal of life is to end three types of suffering. What is sorrow and suffering? Sorrow, suffering, pain, anxiety, reaction, duality. So we say there are three types of suffering. So first level of suffering is caused by, sometimes there is a bite, we fell down, there is a wound in the body, huh? COVID, that is also, they are known as the physical suffering, right? Then there is a, which what we say adi devik, suffering caused by the nature's disasters like flood, tsunami. Huh? We have a fire in California last year. Thousands of houses were demolished, completely destroyed. It comes by the nature we don't know. Flood, we don't know. Sometimes people die by the snowfall, by the heavy snowfall. These are the nature's calamities. And the third is, I'm upset with you. I'm angry. I'm reacting. So they are mental suffering. They are caused by the mind. So yoga brings an end to the threefold suffering, three types of the suffering. That is why we should study yoga, right? And the last answer, that also it also awakens you to your true nature. You can write it down. It awakens you to the true nature. It results in permanent peace, happiness, love, and wisdom. Do you want to remain ignorant about yourself or do you want to know about yourself?
I
You
know.
want to know or know about. Why? Because when we know about ourselves, we bring an end to all the sorrow and the suffering. Hayden is scratching her ears. What I have to ask? Do you have a question? No? You see,
Mhm.
so yes, yes, every.
Oh no, that's making sense.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Do you have a question? So you see that I'm reminding you again. So whenever you go to sleep, huh, you may lie down and then you make your body comfortable. And when it is comfortable, then you mentally start saying, maybe loudly in the beginning, or if you are sleeping with your siblings, then you start doing it mentally with a deep breath. You breathe in Om Shanti, breathing out Om Shanti. Yeah, this is one way of doing it. So your breath is deep, silent, and slow, and you inhale Om Shanti. We're breathing out Om Shanti. You want to go deeper? Then you can say Om Shanti 2 times in one breath, going in and the breath coming out 2 times. You may say it 3 times. You may say it 4 times. Why? Because in that process, the mind will go deeper. And Om is the name of real
The
self.
person.
Yeah, the way your name is Every, your name is Hidden. My name is Girish. The same way, the name of the real self is Om. So the moment we say Om, my mind starts looking inside the heart deeper within. So let us recite Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Just say it. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. So the meaning of that, may there be well-being for all. Second line, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Very good. Louder. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. So, what we are doing, we are saying, may there be peace for all, peace for everyone. Third line, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. I don't see the movement of the lips of Veda. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. One more time. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. It means may there be completeness for all. You see, think of that. You are complete in yourself. How do you know that you are complete in yourself? How do you know that you are complete in yourself? Your mind says $1 million. You have $1 million in your bank. Oh, I want this car, you have this car. I'm just explaining by example, right? No, I need the latest one. You already have it. So you are complete in yourself from outside. Now inside, go inside. What is the meaning of that completeness? You experience that there is no limitation. Peace is continuous, happiness is continuous, love is continuous, wisdom is continuous. Continuity, it continues, it never ends. Never ends. So that is the meaning of completeness. So by the practice of yoga, you can reach there. But I told you, the highest level of seeker, first chapter of Patanjali. You simply directly practice meditation. You don't worry about any. When I say you eyes are closed and sit, you continue to sit. Your body doesn't move. There are, but if you find lot of distractions in the mind, then second chapter, higher level of a seeker, only three practices. But your mind, we are not sincere, we are not committed because of the mind. Then we go to the third level, the normal seeker of eight-limbed path. Did you get it? Did you understand? Now, the fourth line. Let us wait for a minute to every to return. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Can you say that? Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. So Mangalam means Sarvesham, may there be auspiciousness for all. When we are living into that state of auspiciousness, our life becomes beautiful, wonderful, peaceful, freedom from the suffering. That is the goal of life. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I know, Aiden, you like to say it. Say it a couple of times. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Say it two times more. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. As if you are calling Om, which is seated deep inside the heart. It is the name of real self. Say it again. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You missed the fourth line. Let us do it. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Mangala means auspiciousness. So when there is auspiciousness at every moment in our life, the life becomes wonderful, beautiful, peaceful, calm, happy. Who wants to be unhappy in this world? Tell me, is there anyone who wants to be unhappy? So it means everyone needs yoga. Yoga makes you happy. You are going to be a teacher. But if you live happily, then you can make others happy. Do you see that? Let us do 2 times more Om Shanti Shanti, then we'll bring an end to this. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. What time? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.
Stay.
Very good. So we'll meet again. Keep smiling until then.